Good. Let me see.
Christopher,
Hello, everybody.
what's up, man?
Hi.
Not too much. What's up with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
I'm in Long Island.
Long Island.
Long Island.
How are you doing out there?
My daughter's closing on or not closing. She's having a house inspection. She put a bid on a house. The market is going crazy out here.
Uh-huh.
Going crazy everywhere.
She had to go 50,000 more over asking.
Oh,
Over asking? Wow.
I know.
Long
And they
Island.
are asking a lot.
Yeah.
I would think that the housing market, it would,
Yeah,
I
me
guess
too.
you never know, but I would think it would be more of a buyer's market now.
You would have thought.
That's bizarre.
She got closed out of 4 other homes. She gave them asking price and people outbid her. So
Wow.
she needs a place to live.
It's rough.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. The real estate gonna go up a little bit after pandemic.
You think?
Yep. People like to have a more space. So the single house.
Yeah, that's actually something I never considered because people are stuck indoors. They're probably looking for places that have more space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
But her rent was going up 800 more a month.
well,
That's
I
a
mean,
lot of money.
well, it's that, and people want to get out of the city.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true too.
Masha, where is in Long Island? What town?
She's in Farmingdale, but she's buying in Northport.
Northport.
Yeah.
I went there somewhere around Northport, I think.
Yeah, I don't know this area at all.
Yeah, it's at the North Fork, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's the northern
The
section.
South Fork is a Hampton area.
Oh,
so
she's not
north.
that far out. She's middle of the Long Island, north. Middle.
Middle? I see. Yeah.
She works in Melville, which is really in the middle.
Mhm. You know, the house in Hudson Valley is also hot now because all the young people, you know, move out from city and go
Right.
to the urban.
All these young people with money, huh? I don't know where they are.
No, they don't have money. Young people that need to live somewhere. That's
yeah,
what it
that's
is.
true.
And they
That's true.
say that people don't have the money for the homes that they're buying, but they need to live somewhere.
Well, right, and that's going to cause another bubble at some point.
Yeah.
And but that's the housing market, man. It's always a mess. It's always a mess.
Yeah.
Disaster. Oh, goodness gracious. So it's come to my attention, and I'll talk about this in the regular class tomorrow, but I do realize that we left some songs on the table from last week. When I got the songs to the list of the new songs, I mean, I essentially knew none of them, and there were 16 songs on the list. So the options that I had were basically either have Dave perform 3 days in a row, which I don't feel super fair for him, or do the songs that I knew, which is what I did, and then try to learn some as I go. I just, I know I joke around a lot about having nothing but time, but that's not really 100% true. It's to learn 12 or 13 new songs in a week. It's a lot. That's a lot of music, man. So it's been slow going. I'm not leaving the songs on the table though. I'm not, giving up on that. And you know, I mean, I do the best I can with what I can do in the week, you know, and I hope that that's all right. And luckily I have Dave and I have people who are willing to perform songs that I don't necessarily know right off the bat. Actually, you know, I think it's pretty lucky. I do tend to know most of the songs you guys request, or at least know them well enough that I can kind of choke my way through them the first couple times, you know. So don't get too frustrated if I don't hit the song that you requested. I apologize. It just may be something that I hadn't really gotten to yet, you know. But I'm not purposefully abandoning songs that I don't like or anything like that. I pride myself on even playing stuff that I hate.
That we know.
So don't feel like I'm like, you know, purposefully dropping anything you guys request or anything like that. And I don't know who sent out that email, but I'll talk to the people tomorrow, to whoever's in class tomorrow as well, and let them know the same thing. We do the best we can, and you know, I'll go back to that list of songs. And Dave, maybe, I'm sure you know all of them, so maybe I could have you do 1 or 2 a day for the next few days or something like that.
Appreciate all your efforts, Chris.
Oh, thanks, Jane.
Oh, we certainly do.
Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, no. It's, and I love doing it. I love doing it. I just feel bad when some people feel like they're left in the lurch a little bit. And I understand that feeling. I just want you to know that that's not purposefully what I'm doing. You know, like I try to get to everybody and everybody's songs as whenever I can. You know, it's pretty rare that you'll find a program that you could just request a song and do it that same week. You know, especially if it's from as large of a resource as the pipeline that Herb has put together. I mean, we're talking about a list of hundreds and hundreds of songs in there, you know? So, you know, it's hard. It's hard to keep knowledge of all that stuff. But anyway, enough rambling for today. I'm going to turn it over to you guys. You know what the class is. You know what it's about. Everybody here has been here before. So what do you got? What would you like to go over? Even if it is one of those songs.
Yeah. We were going to go over Imagine.
Oh, yeah, sure. The tab part in Imagine. Absolutely. Yeah. Not a problem at all. Let's go check that out. All right. I'm going to bring it up here.
The number.
I'll look it up in just 1 second.
It was
49. This is not, it's song.
49. Yeah, you were right.
Oh, I just wild guess.
Oh, that was a wild guess? Wow, that was a good wild guess. 49. Here we go. All right. Let me share the screen with you guys here. Okay. Now, another thing I'd like to mention about the tabs, we talked about briefly about tablature being sort of like a player piano, that as it goes by, your fingers sort of play those notes, right? Also, another thing to realize is that the chord above wherever you're playing, that actually does mean something, right? So when you get, say, to an F, you'll see 0, 1, 0, 2. That's actually an F chord, right? Meaning open first string, first fret on the second string, open third string, second fret on the fourth string. That's an F. So as you go along, the chord name at the top of the line gets played just as well as the notes underneath. Does that make sense? So as that chord's going by, that's where you put your fingers usually, and that should be a really good place to start. So we've got C. Let's see something here. okay, this is a little bit weird. Because I would have done it a different way, but we'll learn it the way that it actually has it here. Okay. And what I just said before is a little bit different than what it's showing here, unfortunately. The C chord, although I will say this, you can play a C chord by playing, instead of just the first string 3rd fret, you can play the 1st and 2nd string 3rd fret. And that's also a C. So that's what's being played here. Although you really just have to play, so basically to play this first part correctly, you really just need one finger on the 3rd fret 2nd string for the first part. And you're gonna play the bottom 3 strings, so the 4th, the 3rd, and the 2nd string at the same time with your thumb, your index, and your middle finger. So a pick all 3 like a pluck. So what I'm doing is I'm playing the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string all at the same time, and I have my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret 2nd string. Honestly, you could just make this a C chord. It might be, it might be that those 3s there are supposed to be on the 1st string. You don't think so? I don't know. What do you think, Dave? Because I think it sounds pretty good like this.
It sounds right.
Oh, it does sound good.
Yeah.
It sounds proper.
Yeah, and the before, the way it's written is like this. That sounds right too, though, doesn't it?
Yes. Actually, that sounds righter.
That sounds righter. Okay, it does. When I played it, it sounded a little righter to me too. I get what you mean.
Well, if it helps, the C major 7 and the F are correct, like what you were saying before.
Yes, yeah. It's just that C.
Yeah.
It's just that C. But that note works. That note does work. That's a G. So that G works. Instead of playing a C, you play that G. So we'll just do it the way it's written. And that way, when you go back to review it, it'll be as written as well. So, you know, you don't have to go messing with it or anything like that. Okay, so instead of playing that C, like a standard C, you're gonna be playing it with your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret 2nd string instead of the 1st string, just for now. And when we're playing these finger picking things, remember that we're assigning a thumb, index, middle, ring. Thumb, index, middle, ring. So basically your thumb is playing the 4th string. Your index is playing the 3rd string. Your middle is playing the 2nd string, and your ring finger is playing the 1st string. Okay, so when you pluck the 3-0-0, it's your thumb, your index, and your middle play the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string at the same time. Okay, now after you do that pluck, then your index finger plays the 4th string open, 3rd string open rather. So pluck, 3rd string. Then your middle finger plays the fretted 3rd fret 2nd string. So it's pluck, 0, 3, 0, 3, 0. that's the first part. Pluck the whole thing, then 0 on the third, 3 on the second, 0 on the third, 3 on the second, 0 on the third. So altogether, it sounds like this. Okay, now, if you want to do this in a picking way, we could do that as well. Meaning that you can just strum the 003, right? Which is the open fourth, open third, then a third fret second string. And you can pluck I'm just gonna number the strings. You can pluck 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So. So you can pluck this as well as use your fingers. All right. And the way I mean when I say pluck is I'm actually, let me stop sharing so you can see my hand here. So I'm actually like making a pick, like I'm holding a pick, right, with my 2 fingers like this, and I'm plucking the strings like that, like individual strings. Like I'm using my nail on my index finger, placing my thumb up against the pad of my index finger, and then rolling back my other 3 fingers like that, almost as if I were holding a pick, right? And then picking the strings like with my nail here. So like this. Okay, so you can do that as well, but I'm going to be going over the way to finger pick it, because I think that that's a good skill to work on. All right, sharing it one more time. Here we go. Okay, so we got through the first part. You pluck 4, 3, and 2 strings while fretting the 3rd fret second string. Then it goes 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Then right where it says C major 7, you're gonna pick with your 3rd finger the 2nd fret 1st string. And then with your 3rd finger, your 1st finger, you're gonna play the open 3rd string. So the whole thing goes. That's the whole first bar. And again, I'll show you both hands. I'll show you my picking hand, and then I'll show you my my fretting hand. So I'm doing it like this. Right? So that's the whole first part. And then this hand, same thing. So I'm fretting not the 1st string, but the 2nd string 3rd fret to start off. So it goes like this. Then down here to the 1st string 2nd fret. And that's the last part. Now the next line, we're going to go to play an F. The next line starts off with an F. I know it seems like I'm going really slowly here, but there's only these 2 bars, and then it repeats, right? So we're not going over 4 bars here. We're only going over 2. It's the same thing for those 2 bars. 2 sets of bars. All right, so let me share it one more time. So one more time, that first part. Now the second part starts by strumming or plucking all 4 strings at the same time. Now you can strum it with your index finger, or you can pick it with your thumb on the 4th string, index on the 3rd, middle on the 2nd, and ring on the 1st. So you could pluck it like that as well. I will probably strum it. Now there's 2 ways you can handle plucking these open strings. Because after you play that F, you're just playing the 1st string and the 3rd string open. Now you could either do it with your thumb and index finger. So your index finger will play the 1st string and your thumb will play the 3rd. So it will go like this. Or you could do it with your index finger and your middle finger. That will also work. And it's just 2 open strings, open 1 and open 3. So strum the F, then open 3, open 1, open 3, open 1, open 3, and then now the way I'm playing that is with my index finger, and I'm picking up. Open 1st string, 1st fret, 2nd fret, and then back to a C chord. So that's open, 1st fret, 2nd fret on the 1st string.
It's hard to get them fast.
Yeah. You could either pick that with your 1st finger up like this, ding, 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 or you can do that thing I showed you before where you squeeze your index and your thumb together and make like a pick shape. That might help as well. And I'll show you, let's see. Let me stop sharing one more time. So again, you can use your index finger almost like a hook and pick up like this. Right? And then, but I have a pretty substantial nail there to play that. So you'd have to use like the pad of your finger. Or the other way is to pinch these 2 fingers together, like I said, and then pick down, right? And right here, it makes sense to also look at what fingers you're using to pick those. So if you're picking down, and you would use to play those notes, you would use your 1st finger, your 2nd finger, and then when you get ready to play that C, you just put your 3rd finger down on the 3rd fret 2nd string, because that's that 1st pick again, right? So the whole thing again is. Right? And then it repeats over, it's twice here. I think it might be twice in the original song too, actually. Oh, look at that bear.
We don't see the music.
Oh, you don't see the music? Oh, well, showing me the bear won't make me do that. Now I know. All right, here we go. Share screen. There we go. Yeah, I think in the original he plays it twice as well. So was any part of that confusing for anybody, or did anyone want me to repeat to go over that again? or anything like that. Good? Everybody's good? All right. Do you want to try the song?
With practice, with practice.
Yeah, yeah. Well, do you want to try playing the song once through? Okay. Let's give it a shot. And we'll start from this opening. Yeah, yeah. Any kind of tablature stuff is going to take practice because it's stuff that we just haven't done. We just haven't really done it much. So unless you're doing a lot of tablature reading at home, this is going to feel a little bit difficult, but that's good. That's good. Anytime something feels a little difficult for you, it means you're learning. That's you got to look at the bright side of it there. If something doesn't come naturally to you, it's something you got to learn, and that could be a very cool thing. It's giving you new skills. All right, here we go. Let's give it a try. I'll go really slow for the finger picking part. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us in the sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of men. Imagine all the people sharing the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Yeah, imagine. So there's a cool thing that I never really noticed before. But right up here where you've got the 0, 1, 1, those two little dots, Herb added those two little dots down here in the verse where you're supposed to play those notes. I never really noticed that before, but so like, so if we start with the second verse here, imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. And so on. So that's actually in the song itself. And it's even cut off down here at No Religion 2, because it's not in that No Religion 2 part. He doesn't play that in there. So pay attention to where those two dots are.
Sorry. Are you
Go
playing
ahead.
all three notes or just the one and the two?
Let's see. It's a good question. Imagine there's no heaven. 1, 2, 3. Open, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm playing all three notes. Yep. So open, 1, 2. And I missed this part too. The C with a G in the bass, C6. So that was and the world will be as one. So it would be a C.
Sounds good.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so C over G, C6, C major 7. So it's all one strum though. So C, C, G, C6, C major 7. All right. Any other questions about Imagine in particular that you guys might have? No?
It's good.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. I'm glad to be
You
going
answer
over
my
these,
question from last week.
what's that?
Huh?
What'd you say, Yaya?
I said this one, the riff. You answer my question from last week about this song.
Oh, I did. Oh, good.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank
that's-
James
that's
for
my-
asking the question. Thank you.
I'm
Uh,
asking about this.
Oh, the 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's in the piano line. If you listen to the original version of the song,
Yeah, that's what I heard from the song.
yeah,
Okay.
you pick that up from the song.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the ukulele is capable of reproducing stuff that's on the in the songs, on a piano song rather. It can be done. Okay. On that route, were there any other songs that maybe had a tab in them? I could have sworn. Let me see. I think I might have actually written some of them down.
The other question was, where did Unchained Melody, the title, come from?
Yep, I wrote that down. And is
You
that
have a good memory.
and is that an oboe on When I'm 64? That was the other one. You know what? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out right now.
I can wait, it's okay.
Unchained Melody came from the movie Unchained, and that was the melody they played. So they called it the Unchained Melody.
Wow.
Unchained. That's what I Googled.
The
I don't know.
movie was called Unchained, and that was
Yeah.
the melody that they played through the movie.
Right.
So they called it Unchained Melody. That's the least creative title I've ever heard.
Now I'm gonna have to look up the movie.
Yeah. I think we all, not all, but I first heard it with Dirty Dancing for sure.
Oh, it always takes a long time.
Yeah.
All
right, so we got that one answered. We'll save the oboe and When I'm 64 for next week's lesson. All right, let's see if I had any other
Is there a movie called Ghost?
Oh yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that
there's a-
from Ghost?
Unchained Melody was in a
Mary.
very, very particular scene in Ghost, actually. Yes.
It's the same actor in Dirty Dance.
It is the same actor from Dirty Dancing.
I
Yeah.
don't know his name, but I know him. Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze.
Swayze,
Oh, yeah.
loved him.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze, man. He was the man for a lot of ladies out there. Good looking dude.
I'll confess.
Good actor too. But yeah, Ghost, that was probably one of the first, maybe the first scene of a semi-erotic nature between a ghost and a human being. was that where they were doing pottery together. And my question is, when they were doing the pottery together, didn't he have to be in Whoopi Goldberg's body in order for them to interact physically together in that movie? So was he actually Whoopi Goldberg that whole time? That's
no.
what I want to know.
No idea.
No comment.
That makes that scene with Demi Moore so much more interesting, in my opinion. But, you know, it is what it is. All right.
I'll have to watch that again too.
You sure will, because I think that might have been one of the rules to that universe. I'm not sure, but I think it might have been. Anyway, either that or she was doing it herself, you know, but anyway. So any other songs that maybe had a tablature part that you guys might want to go over or take a look at that you recall? I don't have any other ones written down, unfortunately. No? All right. Well, next we can go, we could talk about whatever you guys want. What I'll open the floor to you guys one more time here. Anything at all?
I think you were going to go over the swinging of a strum or swinging
Yes.
a beat.
Yes, that was in my back pocket in case anybody didn't have any other questions, for sure. And the main one to look at would have been the way you look tonight. I was going to look at that. Yeah, and sort of how to swing, or I think he was calling it the pump strum, which I'm not a big fan of that terminology, but yeah, so let's see. So swinging, what is swinging? Swinging is a rhythmic thing that you do that, let me see if there's an actual good definition for it that actually makes sense. What is swing in a rhythm? In swing rhythm, the pulse is divided unequally such that certain subdivisions are either the 8th note or the 16th note alternate between long and short durations. In shuffle rhythm, yeah, okay, that's not helpful. Well, what that means is swinging a rhythm is yeah, sort of making certain beats longer and certain beats shorter in a way that makes that makes the sound groove more, right? But it's more of a feel thing. It's very hard to sit down and say, how do you swing a rhythm? Like, how do we take this and swing it? Now, there is an algorithm for that, and it can be done in an engineering sort of way, like straight up and down, this is how you swing something, but I have a very hard time explaining that. And mainly because I don't fully understand it. But what I do understand is feel, right? So I could show you the difference between something the way it sounds swung and something the way it sounds normal. So if we get like...
So Chris?
Yes.
So we have swing, and this land is your land.
And this land is your land?
Yeah, 115.
Let me check it out. Yeah, so, okay, I can kind of explain it here. So, you know, the regular is down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. When you swing it, certain, so technically speaking, the up, down, ups are 16th notes, right? And the down, down, ups are 8th notes, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are whole notes, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and are 8th notes. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E, that's 16th notes, right? It's just dividing up the rhythm into different subdivisions, smaller and smaller pieces. So what you're doing when you swing something is you're shifting it a little bit, meaning that some of the 16th notes get a little bit longer, some of the 8th notes get a little bit shorter, and it makes it sound groovy. And you'll know immediately what the feel is when I do it. So for This Land Is Your Land, straight, without any swung, sounds like this. This land is your land, this land is mine. There it is. So this land is your land, this land is my land, from California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. That's a perfectly valid way to play it, but it has no swing whatsoever. That's just straight, this land is your land. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Now, if we were to swing it, this land is your land. This land is my land. From California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the ocean waters. This land was made for you and me. Like this. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. So you see how that, like, it grooves more, right? It's still 1, 2, 3, 4, but bounce, bounce, ba down, ba bounce, bounce, ba down, ba bounce, bounce, ba down, ba bounce, right? That's swing. That's swinging a rhythm. It's still technically in the same 4 beats, but you're playing around with the content of that a little bit to make it sound more groovy, you know, and more interesting and more fun. And even though we specifically say swing in This Land Is Your Land here, in other ones we'll say something like bouncy, or bouncy is the one I remember specifically, having bounce, or groove, or, you know, something like that. Anything that changes the feel of how that 4/4 sounds to make it more energetic is going to be swing. And the main thing in there is that we've got down, down, up, and we hold that up a little bit longer than we normally would. And at the end, we squeeze in that up, down, up, right? So it's down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, right? Instead of down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, right? Which is, I'm saying it robotically. It's still music. It still sounds perfectly fine. And there are a lot of songs even that have a little bit of groove that are played that way. But this is a way to inject even more groove into a song by how you're sort of strumming it. And it wasn't necessarily the concept of how to swing, but I wanted to show a cool way to use a swing strum that I was doing, which was like, what I'm doing is muting the second down. If it's down, down, up, down, up, I'm muting the second down. So down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So I'll slow it down and show you what I mean. I'm muting it straight across. So let's say we're trying a G in this case. We're starting with a G. I'm going to turn off so you can see my hands a little better, hopefully. Do this, and then we'll do this. Stop share. Okay. And down we go. All right. So we got a G here. Holding a G. Now, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, down, down. And what I'm doing is I'm taking my pinky and I'm laying it across all 4 strings to mute them. Now you could either do that or you could lift up the pressure on these 3 fingers that you have down already, and then just touch this, the 4th string lightly. Whatever you have to do to get a percussive, to get that percussive sound out of those 3 strings, right? And if you go really slow, again, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, chunk, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. It sounds like this. Now, one little muting of that second down. So it's down, mute, up, down, up. Just adding that when you speed it up. That makes it all the more groovy right then and there, just that second down. Now we can add one more little wrinkle to that, as if this wasn't wrinkly enough. We could add one more little wrinkle. And what that is making dividing them up into 2 counts of 4, which it is, down, down, up, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We could do it like that. And then the second down of the second part as well, we can, so that would be down, chunk, up, down, down, chunk, up, down, 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 chunk, 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 chunk. So down, chunk, up, chunk, up. Down, down, up, down, 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 up. So both downs. So down, down, up, down, up. Not the first one, but there's 3 downs, right? Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. So the second 2 downs in that strumming pattern are both muted. So let's do that one more time. So it's down, chunk, up, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, chunk, up. And again, sped up, we get it's tough. Down, chunk, up, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, chunk, up, like that. So down, mute, up, mute, up, down, mute, up, mute, up, down, mute, up, mute, up, down, mute, up, mute, up. And you can mute it, or you could just not play it like this. I'm still kind of half playing it just to keep my rhythm. But yeah, muting it would be your best bet. So first down you play of the down, it's the island strum, in case I didn't say that out loud yet. Island strum, down, down, up, down, up. But let me try this. Let me see if this will work. I don't have. Let's try new. What happens if we do this? Nope, it didn't work. Oh well. Okay. I don't really have any I don't have any word editing software, believe it or not, because I do everything in just my email. So I already got a spell check in there, so I have nothing to blow it up to put it on the screen bigger for you. But and the second little wrinkle that you got to add, well, the third little wrinkle that you got to add in is that then you got to start changing chords too, right? You're not just staying on the one chord. So if we look at This Land Is Your Land, and we look at the swing that we get, we'll do it in 3 levels of swing, okay? So let me share the screen one more time with you here. Okay. The first level of swing is doing it without any muting at all. Yeah, Jane.
No, I just have to go. Bye.
Oh, bye, Jane. Thanks for being here. I guess, oh, we still got a few more minutes. We'll keep going. So the first level of swing is to swing it without any mutes, right? So if we start with This Land Is Your Land, This Land Is Your Land, the first, we'll play the chorus without swinging at first. So without swinging sounds like this. All right. 1, 2, 3. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Okay. First level of swing is swinging without any muting at all. So down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. I'll do it a little slower. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3 is. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the river forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New swing level 1. Swing level 2 will be to put a mute on the second down of the whole thing. So down, mute, up, down, mute, up, down, up. So that's swing level 1, down, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, down, up. And now we'll do the fanciest one, which is down, chunk, up, chunk, down, chunk, up, chunk, up. So it's down, chunk, up, chunk, up. So the first down is okay, but the next 2 downs you mute on. And again, this is all based around the island strum. So the first down, you play, but the second down you don't, you mute it. And the third down, you also mute. So down, chunk, up, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, chunk, up. Now I'll play it for you with the mutes intact, without any words. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. This land is our land. This land is my land. From California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. And just one more time, each one sped up. So level 0 with no, just swung with no mutes. Now with one mute. And now with the 2 mutes. Thank you very much. Thank you. So that'll do for today, ladies and gentlemen. We'll probably go over that muting and swing thing a little bit more next week if you guys are still interested. It's a great way to add interest and movement to what you're already playing and make any song that you apply this to sound just a little bit jazzier and a little bit cooler, in my opinion. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Tomorrow morning is our next class. I will see you then. Oh, don't drop my.
Thank you, Chris.
No problem, Marcia. Thank you for being here.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Herb. Bye, Dave.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Rafa.
Thanks, Chris.
Bye, David and
guys
Yaya.
soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Take
you.
care, everyone.